we're on a break. We took a break. Our annual 2-week break is nothing new. So the people who did the ask over there, right? That's what happened. Sting happened over that break. We were heen and hawing publicly about whether we wanted to go to Sting or whether we are going to Sting. But that was just for sure. We didn't know so whenever that go. We didn't know so. We don't even make up with my for a long time, so we're not going to Sting. So yeah. So I would have talked to evidence. I think about it now. We don't have no mind, so we're not going. Right? Even when you look back at the interview and we spoke about our safety, and you see the things that happened there, I feel like we're rather justified. I feel like the choice of peace, and tranquility, make a post on my Instagram like I choose peace. Like that's where I was during that whole week. I was in a peaceful place. You know what I mean? So Sting happened. You had no plans to go. We had no plans to even do a review on it because we never go. Right? We see people I message, yo, Sting review, what's happening? Want hear food review on Sting? Even on the post when me make on my Instagram, yo, what the Sting review? I'm like, you don't know, listen. Like, me don't want to think about that, right? All of them things that are going on. We told you, say they are going on. We figured, say them things that are going on.
I told you. You have the, some of that opinion. I told you.
But all right, we put out a poll on the channel to ask the people in Fix Nation will make a return during them time. Should we do a review of Sting? 63% on say yes, we've been waiting. 37% say too late now, can't do it out.
I was the one who voted too late.
Over 2.3k views. I voted for too late now. I thought so too. I was the one commenter, Emmett Till. Why waste the time on the worst thing ever? It's long past due. Sting was a big waste. New year, so let's go on to new and better things. Not Sting. I agree wholeheartedly. I agree. But majority rules.
This isn't a democracy. I'm not part of
Majority rules. Never say we don't try to do nice things for the people. Okay? So we're doing this now because Uno say no want this. We've been getting a bag of messages about Sting review.
Porque.
Alright, so Sting review. It was horrible the end. What's the Nothing else left to say. There's no need for a deep dive or nothing.
Why? I am dying.
All right, let me give my thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
As we said, we didn't go for the past couple of reviews and even doing reviews in general of these type of events. We like to go. So can get forgiven like first-hand experience of how the thing them go. You see me? We never go. So this account I give is basically by what we see on YouTube and what
Instagram
reviews and everything. What people ask about it online and everything, right? The time scheduling issues, of course, were there. We saw the Valiants performing on a car top after the show. It looked like he did perform a little bit towards the end when they did bag up everybody at then. It looked like a We Are the World performance. I must say that Valiant, if anything, is the MVP. Was the MVP for Sting. I feel even them little thing they further endear himself to the people and show them, say, hey, I don't pay no money. No for pay no money for come see me. I don't feel like what I did or the time that was allotted was sufficient enough for the people to pay them good money. Me, I will give him a little something. And I feel like he definitely endear himself to the people. Mm-hmm. And in a way solidify himself as a people's champion. Mm-hmm. Big ups to Valiant for that. It was said that the veterans perform well. Let's start out on the positives. Mm-hmm. The Romean Virgos, the Etanas, the Pamputes,
the Chris
Martins, was said that they perform well. I saw some clips. I don't expect any bad performances, but I'm glad that somebody like a Pampute continuing to get our flowers. It's a little midget performance, but
Is it midget or small person?
Small person. I guess that's the political correct term, PC term. But
sure.
yeah. I don't know. Oh, I'm a big man. I don't know. I make people make woman does a man angle him. So if I was a small person, don't make the joke. If I was a small person, that would have happened to me. Don't say I'm already a small person. If I was a small person, yeah, would make no woman that you'd be. So, but yeah. It made for good entertainment, daggers. So shout out, Pop. We just cut off your jokes from the legs. I cut off anybody else to do I make that joke. The fuck with it. No woman can do me so. Unless there was a female big bodybuilder. But I would know body. Oh yeah. That look like going good. Big up Sita. Sita, the lyrical diva. Look like she went over a fair bit amount of fans from her performance. I've done it spot for a long time, so she's a good stage performer. I've told her that too. Everyone we interviewed her. So big up Sita. I was getting at the clash. Shiz. First there was Queenie and Amari. We're going with the positives, right? So let's go into the positives. Big up to Queenie. Big up to Queenie. Hold on. Stadium applause too. Show us how serious. Legitimate and serious big up to Queenie. And if you're not noticing right now, she'll get bookings. I feel like it's, it could have been that she was booked before Sting, but I feel like even she's going to be getting a lot more bookings based on how she handled that whole situation. It was clear that Amari did forward for fight/war. While it was clear, because she told us here when we spoke to her, that Queenie was there to perform. And if any sort of lyrical thing happened there, then she got perform sideways, but take part tonight. And I feel like her main goal was to, as she said, was to show how she can perform. I feel she dealt with it the right way. I felt like she did something that was key that enough people don't when you're part of a clash. When you're part of a clash on stage, not only are you clashing somebody, but you're also, bear this in mind, performing for the people them as well. It was clear that she understood this. When she was doing her songs, even when she threw lyrics aimed at Amari, this was her crowd in front of me, perform for the crowd. It was clear that she understood that. Amari just did that as myself for war. Everything was fuck you. Everything was directed at Queenie. It's almost like she forgets the people in front of her. It's almost like she forgets, you're here to perform as well. So big up to Queenie for understanding that and how she dealt with the situation. I'll tell you this too. If a fight was to actually break out, Queenie would have win.
Of course.
You did see how Queenie did have that on her cut box, so
Listen,
like she was ready.
Queenie has been to jail.
Actual prison time. So Queenie would have win that fight. If it actually got on that fight, Queenie would have win that. But she wasn't there to fight. She was there to perform. And she looked like $1 million out of the whole situation. So big up to Queenie. The clash in and of itself was a big shit show, as I could see. It was a bag of shithousery that happened. And I didn't expect anything less, but big up to Queenie about how she handled it, right? Anything left to say there, Ari?
I said it on my IG, and I'm going to come here and say it right now. Sting organizers are like, a win is a win. People ask me, what that mean? I'm like, all they had to do was just ensure that there was a venue. People come on. Whether it's good or bad, whether the performances were good or bad, whether the entire organized event, whether the entire event went well without a hitch or descended into chaos, as long as they held their end of the bargain, put things in place to ensure that there was an event. They are gonna be paid. They paid out whoever they need to be pay out, and them have whatever they need to get the money what they need to get, and they're fine. So to me, and the chaos that ensued, and the trending brand or hashtag of Sting went on for like 2 days after the event. A win is a win. They're fine. Like, they said they're gonna come back better next year. I hope they heed my advice.
All right. Well, let's wait to discuss the broader implications of whether or not there will be another thing.
Yeah.
Malie Don, Pablo YG clash. It would seem from the reactions to people who were there and the reaction on social media is that Pablo YG won the clash.
I saw that too.
I will say that one, the same thing that we talked about with Queenie, it seemed like Pablo YG understood that better than Malie, just on the clips that I saw. For the most part, when him did do him song them, he was performing for the people them. Now, whether the crowd and the location was an advantage for Pablo YG, I don't know, I can't say. But it was in Pablo YG area. One can speculate whether or not if it did keep a jam world, if the crowd reaction would have been different or more in Malie Don's favor. I don't know. But based on the little that I saw and little that was done, it just looked like Pablo YG did more understand stage presence more than Malie Don to me. You see me? We know Malie did a complain about mic issues and them thing there. In general, it not really look good because it sound like you make excuse.
Okay.
Even though your complaint them may be legitimate, but you've been on this tier of in people mind being, complaining about several things.
Okay.
So you know what come off like that any further.
Okay.
You see me? We know say it's especially when we talk to, we know say it's just him,
his passion
and him kind of just struggling to come to grips with the murky part of dancehall and them thing. But you don't want to come off as a complainer. You know what I mean? Especially how Craft deal with it and say, yo, me I got through it too. Like, if anything, me I got through just like you. But me not gonna complain, but like, I think that's the best way to handle it. To me.
No, well, I see, I understand Malie Don too, like, listen.
No, I understand you. Not to say I'm understand. I'm just saying how him come after the people.
They will kill you, and when you're silent, they say that you ain't.
Yeah, if you not speak up,
so
in certain respect, if you not speak up, then that's when you probably make the thing them go on and bury you further. But the thing is that you don't want to come off as being a complainer. Like, all you do is complain. So yeah, the clash wasn't of any high quality.
I think more so, I think that was the challenge with the entire clash. The few clashes that I saw, the
I never said the Animosity one, what them say. I never said the other one before the Queen one, Animosity. Yeah, you didn't even know about that one.
I only saw Queenie and I saw parts of
it was Animosity.
Pablo and Malie Don. But, because I didn't even see it like that. Because I said, and I was just like,
Yeah.
But the challenge is with even Malie, why I can understand why he's complaining or, he's speaking on that. And I guess he's like, you're right, not to make excuses. Because he probably could have performed better and did better on the stage. But it's just that when there are technical issues interfering with your performance, you gotta say it's not me, this is happening. It's just unfortunate maybe that it's snowballing into all of that complain. But that's what happened where you need better stage handlers. Like ensure that it's done perfectly. So at least, well, not perfectly, but just ensure that it was just managed better. Equipment and the stage and everything. Because I remember it was just being a chaotic mess because they were, am I wrong? Because the Queenie and Amari had it was just like the host. It was Queenie and Amari. And then when Queenie start grab Amari, that's when people start running onto the stage. But I'm trying to remember with Pablo YG, was it? Because I remember there was just a lot of people on the stage at one point. Trying to remember if it was a Pablo YG clash.
It may be just the We Are the World performance.
Oh, probably.
But there was a lot of people on the stage during that clash.
Yeah. I think that's it. Then just need to get better. Better at...
Yeah, the two of them. Me not
talk about the entertainer, me talk about the Sting, you know, the Sting
organizers. Well, we're going to get into that right now. Because what you just said a while ago, I feel could be the broader pre for only artists where it's not them, it's the organization. Yeah. And the organizers are what go on. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair. May I get to that? I don't think it's fair to kill them artists, yeah. I know it was billed as being the Sting for the younger artists. So when it not go right, people are going to quick to point the blame towards them and say, you see, them young youth don't know to perform, them don't know for clash, they don't know stage presence, this and that and that. I don't think that's fair.
No.
Enough of them youth to perform a Sting, them got other stage shows and them go on good. I just feel like the organization of the entire event was shoddily handled. And that probably is the understatement of the year. Jervis, you did stay up and watch it for some reason. I went to sleep. Serenity. You know what I mean? But Jervis stayed up the whole night and watch it apparently. When did it tap out?
I stress it, it's stress out about your wallet.
Proper. But with your performance, it tap out.
What time was that? 6 o'clock in the morning?
So you watch a Queenie clash. You know what? You never get to see Pablo YG. Why the clash? What's that out there? No, I'm saying no. I can really back everything what I said. No, stand up. Ja. No, man, say no, look like so. Hard for the dog. Hard for it. Ja.
I miss.
God bless you for watching that entire event, Jervis, and God bless everybody that went there. Now let's get to the broader conversation though about Sting. Because I see reggae music forever did post something where he feels like, you know, he suggested some things that would make it better and them thing. As me did I say, I don't think it's fair to point all the blame towards the young artists them and say, oh, them a kill Sting and they're the reason for the death of Sting. No. These are things where me and you spot from way out are in regards to the organization of the event. Booking 60 artists, 60, 70 artists, 70, 80. The number is going to increase as I thought because that's how it was increasing when we talked to everything. Right? It never made no sense whatsoever. And we could have seen how them time crunch problem did happen from way out. Way out. People like Josh never get to perform. So I'm getting excuse now for say why the clash with him and Silk Boss never gone. Silk Boss, I think it's about I don't know. Josh never performed, Skeng never performed. I heard that Skeng was even there. Look like him did see the play from way out. I heard that Skeng was he never left your room.
you gotta do this. What's the thing where you gotta like
I guess we can reveal this now. The little secrets that I heard. Say Skeng there go forward in a helicopter.
What?
Yeah, and say Nicki Minaj I did it too.
What?
I clear never so all them things never did hear there.
You lie.
Yeah, that's what I heard from trusted sources. That never but yeah, I think that if Sting is to go forward, because I will tell you this Sting organization and organizers, it dead to enough people now. Like it dead.
It's unfortunate.
Wanna try bring it back and then this happen.
Can I jump in?
And hold on, and then the whole thing will happen backstage.
No, before you get to that, I just wanted to jump in on
okay.
Because that point you said it's dead, and then it's almost like the young artists are being blamed for it.
That's what I've been saying.
And I think that is just unfortunate because the Sting brand, because I bought into what Heavy D and the promoters were saying that it's for the young people.
I did too.
I bought in for it because that's it. Like that's the whole thing about legacy and, you know, like you're passing the torch. Excuse me, when you have like an iconic brand like Sting, you know, like people are gonna die, people are gonna get old, people are gonna phase out of things. That's natural, and I think that should be a given. Where you'd want to see the generation upcoming. I don't know.
Uprising.
Uprising, you know, now is why everything I'm not buying to the fucking culture. The generation be on now, you know, I come up, like you'd want to see them get the shine. But I think the problem is just that the organizers are not thinking visionary. Them just rely on the strength and the wave of the young artists, but they also themselves need to change as well in terms of you stinger for the young artists, but how are you ensuring that they get them proper shine and that whatever you're putting on, that they would benefit from it, not just you? And I think that's the challenge. I
think one thing that hinders that as well is that they're thinking about how we can make the most money, not necessarily about how we can put on the best show.
And that's where
that's why them front load it in a sense, where them book this bag of artists we attract the people them for forward. And I think that was at the forefront of their thinking, and things like logistics in regards to like stage performance and all them thing there, and the timing and scheduling of performances was behind that in their list of priorities.
That's the thing, like you see, if you never make it a thing where a bunch of artists come on it, but the best of the best, the top tier of the top tier, then people would continue to want to work on, like that would be a thing that you want to work to be on, you know, like get your star level and star quality up so that you can be on it. So,
just to interject, Aaron, this is no insult to some of them artists, but there are some artists there on that show. It's like
of
you
course.
just have to why not do
why?
Why
Where?
not do you? Why not here? Like, what we're doing this for?
Exactly. You know, but if it was the quality new artists, like people who are visible, trending, who we say are content for breakthrough artists of the year or young artists who get them shine like 2-3 years ago and make it be that, like, of course you can't lose with that. You can't lose with it. And then when it's quality, they're gonna charge they're gonna have their cost, they're gonna charge what them charge, but you ensure that it's quality because people are gonna want to come back. You know, people are gonna be willing to spend the cash to ensure that they see a worthwhile show. So I don't know. That's what I think that the organizers have to look within themselves. I'm talking to you, Heavy D and Leng. You gotta look within yourself and figure out, like, listen, how best, because I don't necessarily think it's dead because it's dead. I don't necessarily think that either. Yeah.
But it's going to take a lot of rejigging.
They can still be Leng and Heavy D can still be the fail or, you know, the main promoters of it, but just get people who have better organizing skill, who can, you know, people always ask me, oh, you're psychic. I'm not psychic. Like, people say, they'd see it, like anybody with a brain could have seen that it wouldn't have ended well. Nobody wants to stand up for that. I'm even thinking about myself. Like, I usually put myself in situations. I think Jamaicans lack a lot of empathy. You put yourself in a situation. I don't necessarily want to be standing up for hours to see people perform for 15 minutes. I know I'm pissed off when I go to a show and you see people like two artists have performed.
Yeah, we're going being pissed off. Right?
Oh. Two artists are, you said pissed off like very flippantly. I don't mean it to the core of me. Yeah. Okay. But like, no, but you get annoyed, you know, when you got to a stage show and an artist a perform and them come and them gear to them, not even sing out the song, or, you know, them just like, I'm up be angry.
And then you get 10, 15, 20 performances like them.
Exactly. It might as well that you had a DJ play their songs.
You know? Sense.
Like, if you're having a live show, you want the artist to be immersive, engaging, like, you know, a talk back and forth, like a engage conversational with the audience, like a whole set, a whole performance, you know. I don't know.
I don't really, as you said, I don't really subscribe to the idea that it dead. But if you're not going to continue in the way in which, because me hearing us say like, yeah man, I'll do it again this year, it a got dead.
Get people who have better planning skills. Like, who aren't in it just to make a quick buck, but truly believe in the brand itself. Because I do believe in the brand itself. But I just think that it needs to be a little bit more, that just a little rejigging.
Yeah, the brand is there, and I genuinely feel like how we express that we were bought into the idea of things. That we're ready to, say, Sting is back. I feel like a lot of people were. It's just that it come and then the ball just drop.
Yeah.
And then just drop the ball and score a bag of one goal.
Yeah. So it looked as if like they were just in it to just try and get get back money. That's it. And it can be good.
At least that's how it appears.
Yeah.
You see me? So
can be good.
That's our review of Sting, and here's our special guest joining us right now in the building.
We legendary, none we not ordinary. Tight pants, white tees, plus a belt buckle every week. New clocks, and me get the arcade. Get me fresh like some me just paid. Big bricks, we not do the jump change. Link us, figure get the sharp shade.
Where will I go? Who will I run to? Now that you're gone, where will I go? Who will I run to? Only days are over. Cash and bitches in the rover. You fill my cup, it run over. Rough times, I hold it like soldier. But you will make it. Dreams and faith we are created, and them never believe in the great.